Everyone went outdoors here. We're back at it again. It's June 16th. This will be our fourth, episode 4. Maybe we can find episode 4 and 5. I don't know. We'll see what's on the baits. But we're back up here doing some demolition work. Go. Oh, that was anticlimactic. There, now we got a I think that's safe. We'll just leave it like that, right?
Yeah.
For the rain to run off. Yeah, it ain't going anywhere. Great. It really ripped it out though.
Yeah.
And getting rid of some junk, but we're also, of course, bear baiting. We got the buckets loaded up. We got the boys with me today finally, so they can help me carry this stuff. Last night there were some huge storms that came through the state. Tornadoes everywhere. I heard the town fire department got blown over. We're gonna go check that out later. There's trees down all over the place. Every tree. Yeah, it definitely ripped right through there. Wow. But it's that time of the year where it's getting hot. It was in the 90s, upper 90s the last 2 days. Today is supposed to be mid 80s. So we're gonna get this baited because this is the part where it kind of, the challenging part, is you just sweating and the bugs. I got mosquito spray this time, so I think we'll be all right. But the wind is really kicking up, which will be all right. It'll keep us a little cooler and cover our noise going in and out so we don't spook everything. But we're gonna head out there and check these baits. We still got just 2 baits going right now. And maybe next weekend or the weekend after we'll start another one, or maybe 2. Then it's getting into July, and we'll just keep at it. All right, we're at the Y, and they ate everything and then some. They kind of dug out the whole stump. So that's what happens. There's so many bear in the spot right now that I'm sure the bait's almost all gone the first day, night. So we're trying to keep them fed. What is this? It's less than a week than I came last time. I want to keep them in here. I want to keep them fed, but it's hard when you're feeding like 10 bears. So we'll get this fed, and maybe we'll feed them tomorrow again. I think we're gonna go home tomorrow, but tomorrow afternoon before we leave. I don't know, I don't want to come in here too much, but I'd rather keep it full. Let's get this baited.
Maybe
I'll just push her down. Look at that tree. That's the one they like rubbing their backs on and stuff. Good job. All right, bait number 2 again. Tony's bait, and it's completely gone. Dump her on in, Tate. It is extremely windy.
I can tell this hole is a lot bigger though.
Yeah. Well, that's number 2 bait. Like I said, it's extremely windy. I don't know if you can even hear me. These trees are gonna fall on us. Holy man. Let's go check these cameras, and hopefully we got some new bears. So here we are at Tony's bait. There's the usual couple bears in there, the decent ones. Pretty good size. Then you got the sow with these little cubs. Like I said, it's pretty cool to watch them. I mean, they're tiny, but she's a pretty good size. But at night, there's a lot going on. You can hear them chomping. They're fighting. I think there's a sow and cub. And then another bear circling around, and they're growling. biting at each other. Pretty crazy. Either they're competing over the bait or another sow or something, but then there's always those couple that are following each other around all the time, in and out. They seem to be, I think that must be the boar following that sow around, probably wanting to breed her. But that's pretty much it for Tony's bait. Basically the same bears are still on there. No new ones have showed up. The Y has the usual bears as well. This is a pretty good sow with these bigger cubs with the white V on his chest there. They're in and out all the time. She's just destroying my backstop here all the time. She's ripping at it, biting at it, tearing it apart. I don't know what her problem is, but she just doesn't like how it's set up, I guess. So she's just gonna destroy it. Because every time she's coming in, she's just wrenching on it. But then I'm always happy to see a big Chongus come in here. He's in here a lot, and he's very regular. He seems to kind of run the bait. He's big. He's the one we want. And there is no doubt when he comes in, compared to those other bears, that he is big. Here's you got the other sow and cubs, 3 cubs. They're in there quite a bit too, screwing around. But she's kind of getting fed up with them too. I noticed they're biting at each other a lot. Here she is doing a little twerking on this tree here. It must feel pretty good, rubbing her big old butt on there. But they're always on the lookout too. I mean, there's so many different bears. Here they are going at it again, one of the cubs. Then you got a bunch of bear like this size coming in and out. I think this is that bald one. Pretty good size one. This one's a little bit smaller. Then you got that one. But when Chongus here comes in, he makes all of them look pretty small. He is just a really, really nice bear. And he's been here for weeks now, and he keeps coming in a lot. Hopefully we can get him to stick around. But there's a couple other decent ones too that we wouldn't mind shooting. But there he is again. He goes waddling through. Alright everyone, went outdoors. We're back up north again for week, I don't know, 5 or 6. It's June 23rd. We're heading out to bait again. It's warm again. As you can see, last week when we baited, we still got the same bears on all the baits. The Y bait has got a sow and 3 cubs, a sow and 2 cubs, bunch of little ones, a decent one, and then big Chongus keeps coming in and coming in and coming in. Problem is they're eating everything in a night or two. And I noticed as like the 4th, 5th, 6th day after we bait, they come walking in, smell, and keep moving, obviously because there's no food there. So it's a good and bad problem, I guess, as long as they keep coming in to check it. But we might have to try and bait more often. I don't know. But the best part of it is that big old Chongus keeps coming in every day, 2 or 3 times a day. He comes in and checks it, and walks out, comes in night, during day, midday. So we want to keep him around because he's the one we want. Tony's bait, there's a sow and cubs, and then there's 2 or 3 little ones yet, or smaller ones. I guess they're decent. So we're going to get out there and get these baited before it gets to be too hot again, because it was upper 90s the last couple days. Today is supposed to be 90-ish. And I'm guessing the bear activity during the day will kind of slow down a little bit, because who wants to walk around in a big black fur coat when it's 90 in the woods? But when they're hungry, they doesn't matter. They are looking for food. They are moving around, and we got to keep them fed. Make sure you don't eat all those marshmallows, Peyton. The bears like them. I wonder how old those are. They're still fresh. That tells you that there's a lot of preservatives in those marshmallows. Oh, there it is. All set. Hey, machete man.
Oh.
That's not a knife. Couldn't find a bigger knife? Is that the biggest one they have?
Yep. It actually went through there.
Oh.
It's hot.
Yeah, we're almost out. Bait number 2, Tony's bait. I know the bars up here will do just about anything to get customers in on the weekends, but this is getting out of hand. I know Leroy will be up here next weekend for the 4th, and he's gonna want to be here probably 10:45 every day. So should be a good time. So here at the Tony's bait, we got the same bears again, sow and cubs, a couple little ones, the 2 following each other all the time. He's a pretty decent one, but right here I think he's trying to breed her. He's trying to get a hold of her. He's been following her for weeks. This is a pretty decent sized one too. Short, fat one. They're always in there, laying in the bait, eating, biting at each other. But here he's laying on his back, relaxing, scratching a little bit. Feels pretty comfortable there. But yeah, they're always following each other, in and out. Little fighting action there again. But here at the Y, we got the same bears again, a bunch of little ones like this, but there's bald butt. But the thing I noticed is this big sow all by herself. She's a really good one. I think it's about 250 for sure. But I started watching these videos, and here it's the sow that has the 2 cubs, the cubs with the white V, and she is chasing them off all the time. There they go. And then she comes in on by herself. So I figured she probably pretty much had it with them. She probably wants to get bred. Maybe she just wants to get rid of them. They're annoying. But she's in there by herself now. And because I see the cubs come in by themselves. And she's a pretty good one. Then there he is with the white V. That's one of her cubs that is kicked away now. Then you got the average bears. There she is again. She's a pretty good sized bear. I'd say for sure 250. But the big story at this bait, of course, is Chongus. When he comes in, he makes them all look really small. And there is no doubt that's the one we want. We got to keep him there. He's quite the bear. I mean, he's got it all. He's big. And he kind of rules the bait too, I can tell. The bears are kind of nervous with him. Here's another bear in the background coming in slow, and then I think it just spotted him. He spotted the bear, and that one's going to take off and say, I'll come back later when you're done, Chongus. I'll let you have your dinner. They messed with the camera here, but so I had to do some altercations here. But these are some other bears coming in, but this next video coming up, that's the Chongus guy too. Here's a comparison. When he comes in, he dwarfs that bear. So he's a good one. We just got to keep him fed and keep him in the bait. So that's episode 4 of Parker's quest for his Wisconsin black bear. Found a tick on me, lots of ticks. We're in that summer grind now where we're just repetition, patterns. They're very patternable, very repetitious, coming into the baits, continually checking it. I always wear the same clothes, maybe just to keep myself not so dirty and wear different clothes. But the scent thing I think is huge with these bears. I think as the season goes on, we might even just have Parker and I bait the bear sites and wear our clothes that we're going to be baiting in, I think, or hunting in, where our clothes will be hunting in, so that those bears know that scent is there. Because when we bait, we go straight in, do the same thing every time. We don't go wandering around the woods and screwing around. We just bait, spray it down, change the camera, and get out. So when those bears, when hunting season comes on and all of a sudden you have new scents in there, you're wearing your hunting clothes, you think you're scent free, but you never are, and they smell something different. But if we come in with wearing the same clothes we've been baiting in for weeks and weeks, smelling like candy and cookies and cream and everything, they're gonna feel a little more comfortable. Anything you can do to calm them down and make them feel comfortable to come in and start eating. So that's our plan, I guess, so to speak. We just want to keep these bears fed, and hopefully some new bears show up, and then in a couple weeks we're gonna start probably another bait, and then maybe another one. We'll see. We got a lot of time yet. It's only the end of June. So yeah, we're just gonna keep packing along here and hopefully keep putting out some good videos. So from the Went Boys at Went Outdoors, we want to thank you for watching. We're up north at the cabin and we had a great time today because we went outdoors.